Take me to work. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about AI a little bit. The new model of Claude came out kind of somewhat unannounced. Seemed unannounced. Just kind of popped out. It seemed like a week before they introduced an upgrade to Opus, and then they came out with this thing called Fable 5. And I guess it's the public version of their new Mythos, which was this rumored, upgrade, new model that they were going to introduce that was so powerful that they were concerned that it was going to find exploits in software that hadn't been found in decades in old software. So they gave it away or introduced it to big companies so they could run their software through there to find the exploits before the public could. So, pretty crazy. I mean, Anthropic really seems like it's head and shoulders ahead of everybody else. Other AI models are good. I've noticed that ChatGPT is smarter. It's good for getting information. It's almost like an encyclopedia, but like for doing actual projects, I don't think it's as good as Anthropic. Like developing these, what they call loops, to do repetitive actions and that sort of thing. That's kind of the newest thing this week. Because literally this stuff gets upgraded and changed on the daily almost, but definitely on the weekly. But just interesting, it gets introduced. I started using it. One video I watched said that you should go through your projects that you're already working on and have it review what's happened, because this new model is supposed to be good at doing long projects where you can get it set up to where you give it like a goal and a reason for the goal, and it will actually develop whatever project you're trying to do. So a lot of these YouTubers are doing they're giving it like a general project to create an app and just letting it go and seeing what it does, or create a website and letting it go and seeing what it does, and it's coming up with these clones of billion dollar applications. It's pretty insane. So of course I've got tons of ideas, and I had to run through my legal stuff, and it found information, developed a plan, put together some stuff that I work on this legal thing a lot. I'm in there trying to dig around, trying to come up with better strategies, different philosophies, blah, 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 whatever. And this thing came in and it found more things, more evidence, more, a strategy that wasn't 100% different, but it was, it added maybe 10% to the strategy that was just like brought it over the top. And it also discovered something that deadline that we would have missed if it wouldn't have reviewed the information. So I think it's pretty awesome. I've got it working on, my whole, contractor brain, I'm going to call it. So basically, I've got this folder and with subfolders and organization to where it's doing a lot of the tasks for my business that I would normally have to do, that I normally didn't actually do because it was just a lot. So one thing is the whole website revamp, right? So to the point now where we've got a home page. We've got what they call pillar product pages. I don't know what's going on with the car today. We're gonna chill mode. Let's go hurry. Pillar pages for the main products that we sell, and I've got those looking really good. The home page is beautiful. The pillar pages look great. And now I had to audit everything outside of that, and it came back with a lot of stuff that it wants to change. Some information that's not accurate, that I'm having it do a design, like audit what the design looks like. So hopefully get the whole website looking professional, clean, a beautiful website. And then beyond the website itself, I've been developing kind of a system for posting to social media, because I firmly believe you want to be posting to your social media multiple times a day. I mean, if you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk or Mosi or any of these dudes that do this, that do social media and that kind of stuff, they talk about posting a lot and getting a lot of content out there and not worrying about oversaturation, because I think it was Hermosi told the story. He had a book release coming out, and he had been promoting it for like a long time, maybe months. And he comes out and he's taking a walk, and he runs into one of his neighbors who's a fan or whatever, and starts talking to him. And the guy's like, yeah, I watch all your stuff, I see everything. And then he goes, oh, so you know about my book release? He goes, no, I have no idea. So he's like, so here's a guy, says he's a fan, watches all my stuff, and I've been promoting this thing, and he never even saw anything about it. So he's like, don't ever worry about oversaturation of, releasing content. So, I mean, we're a small contracting business. I don't think we need to be putting out 20 posts a day, but somewhere between 1 and 3 posts, I don't think hurts. And I'm not saying people are gonna necessarily see it, or even Facebook's even gonna share it, but as we get, when somebody researches a company, they're gonna look up their website, they're gonna do a search, they might put it in ChatGPT and search, and they're gonna look at your Facebook, they're gonna look at your Instagram, or maybe they'll look at your LinkedIn. They're gonna look at certain things about your business just to see what's going on. Now, I know contracting businesses that haven't posted anything in 6 months. So if I was looking to do a project, would I, doing a thorough research on a company, and I looked at their Facebook and they hadn't posted anything in 6 months, I'd be questioning, okay, what have they been doing? What, are they even in business anymore? And I might just skip over that one. And that's just a huge lost opportunity to showcase your business, what you're about, your culture, projects you've done, your team, all the different things. So that's what I'm working on with this new Claude, is just the whole system to actually do this stuff automatically. So, we've got kind of a photo sharing program that we use, and every project gets its own file, and then in the file I can go in and tag different photos of what they are, what product it is, what part of the process, if it's before, during, or after the install. And then Claude actually has access through an API to go in there and search that, find that, and take that information. So what I'm trying to do is get it to where it's going to do an automatic search of the program, look for new content, and then make posts about it. Then I'm also going to do team member spotlights, to where, it's already got the pictures of the team on the website, so I can pull the picture, but I'll just do a quick write-up about them. They could, maybe I could send them a survey and they could answer a couple questions, and then we could spotlight them. But do like that every week or every other week, just one person in the spotlight. And that way, somebody's scrolling through and they're like, oh, I remember when I called, I talked to this person, and that's who they are. Oh, okay. It puts a face and a story to a voice or a person, Or they call up and they get an appointment and then they're told, okay, Skylar's going to come out and talk to you. Skylar's my son. So maybe they'd scroll on Facebook and say, oh, here's a team member spotlight of Skylar. Oh, he's a blah blah blah. He does this. He plays that. He does. This is his experience. So they really get to know him before he comes out. And then like some recognition for the team. There's stuff that we could post. Birthdays. I thought of doing like a birthday shout out to the team members. Just nice little things for them, give them recognition. Like there's an award we do, sales champ for the month. They get it's passed on. They don't get one, but it's a championship belt specially made for the sales champ. So they get that for the month that they're the champ. And then if they, if they're highly reviewed, if they get a lot of reviews from customers and do a really good job, I've got what's called the Golden Hammer Award. So what I did was I bought some hammers and I spray painted them with gold paint, and then I just write on there, most reviews for the month and year. Just little awards like that. And then I also get little perk gift cards and stuff. So, but anyways, posting that stuff online too just gives extra recognition, and again shows the culture of the company. Like, oh well, Toby is my sales rep, he was the top sales guy last month. That's pretty impressive. That's the type of stuff that a customer can see. And then like I started product spotlight. So the first carousels are pretty good, and it makes decent carousels. And so 5 reasons why McHenry County homeowners pick James Hardy Siding. And then it goes through, does the research, and it puts, it didn't really focus on the picture as much as it did just the text and the reasons why, so somebody can scroll through the top 6 reasons why somebody would pick that product. And then we've got tons of pictures from all different towns that we've done work, and so doing like a post or a carousel or a reel of jobs we've done in a certain town. Like the first one I just had to make was Crystal Lake, which is our hometown. The business is located. 6 jobs or 7 jobs I think it was, that we recently completed and we're proud of. And then, it's all different products: siding, gutters, roofs. There's different gutter products, windows. So just having that, and people can see our work, they can, and then I always encourage our people out in the field to try to take selfies on the roof, take selfies in front of a job, take pictures of the trucks and the driveways, and when the installs are going on, or after the installs, just that sign in the yard, that type of branding stuff, so they can see like, oh wow, they're all over the place. It's just those little things that, one thing I've always been good with our business is making us seem like we're bigger than we are. Since the beginning, people have always been like, oh, you guys are so big, you're everywhere. Some of it's a little bit of smoke and mirrors, I'll be honest with you, because we have 12 trucks or whatever, but they're all white. They all have the same labeling on them. All the pickup trucks, for a while there, I was buying all Ram pickup trucks, and they're all labeled up the same. So if you saw one, it was almost like you saw them all, right? And now I'm driving the Cybertruck, so that kind of, people see the Cybertruck. But then I have vans, I have a box truck. So we have different vehicles that people see all the time, but they always say, oh, we see you everywhere. And that's just because, the brand, we're branding the company. And so many companies don't figure that out. There's a couple of roofing companies that, one's bigger than us, probably 2 to 4 times bigger than our company, but they all their trucks are different colors. They put the same logo on it, but every truck is like red and blue and black and white, and it's just like there's no consistency with the vehicles. And there's another company that's probably about the same size as us that does the same thing. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because all of their salespeople are independent contractors and they have their own vehicles, and they label up their vehicles, but they don't make them get, so these guys start working for them, they already have a pickup truck and it's black, and then you say, okay, we're gonna label up your black pickup truck. I think that's what happens. And it was interesting, maybe 8-9 years ago, I had a guy, and he wanted to label up a black truck, and I'm like, no, all of our trucks are white. I am not labeling up a black truck because it's not our brand. But anyways, it's just that sort of thing. It's like, make a presence, make yourself look bigger, and there's ways to do it that's not even that expensive. Signs in the yard, signage. If you drive by our building, there's signs and the truck's parked out front and everything, so it looks like we're a bigger company than we are. And then I own the building that we're in, which is a huge building, but I renamed it after our company, so people think like, oh man, it's not just in the little part that we actually occupy. They think like the whole building is our business. So the other thing to make your business look bigger is your online presence. Here's a digital way of showing the world that who you are. And there's companies that sell products every corner of the earth from a website, and there's companies that everybody recognizes the name. And I'm just trying to kind of corner a small part of a small part of a small part of a geographic area. So it's having that presence, it's building it up. Some of my next steps are just the branding, maybe sponsored posts and stuff like that, so it goes beyond just our site, so people see us. And it's like, here again, Facebook is really, you know, is like your neighborhood. We find most of our customers are on Facebook, so it's the demographics of our area, of our customer base, are Facebook users, and which is good because it's a pretty simple program to use. They're all over like local groups and specialty groups and all that stuff, and so it gives you the opportunity to promote yourself. And it's almost like the town hall, the town center is Facebook. And so if they start seeing you, they see your brand, it helps. And I don't believe in overdoing it, because I do think you can get saturated on Facebook if you have a small audience and you just pound them with ads constantly. But every once in a while they see something that we did, they see our truck on Facebook instead of on the road, they see an ad, they see the logo, they see the colors. I think that's super important, because the more people recognize you, the more they trust you. And I mean, we've been in business for 21 years. I mean, we've been in the same building for the whole entire time. I mean, same location. And it's just, we've had our ups and downs, but now it's time for the ups. And honestly, I'm just encouraged, and I'm like, it's time to grow this thing and expand out and really start to dominate like we should have been doing 10 years ago. But anyways, I'm gonna call it. I'm at the office, and we will talk to you tomorrow.